All right. Hello, everyone. I just kind of wanted to come back and rant a little bit. Um, Now that Jujutsu Kaisen is done, I feel like that's kind of literally all I talk about on this channel at this point. But it's something that I've consistently read for the entirety of the 6 years that it's been running. And I wanted to do a little bit of a retrospective. I know I've talked about Sukuna and Gojo a lot. Um, but now having the manga finish yesterday, uh, I have some thoughts and some thoughts that I would like to share, and hopefully other people, will comment, tell me kind of what they thought of the ending. And then I wanted to go back. I had some notes taken for an old video that I wanted to do, talking about this setup for Sukuna versus Gojo. And kind of like all the little unanswered questions and little theories that I had, and just kind of stuff along those lines. So come along with me as we kind of just listen to me have a little yapathon about Jujutsu Kaisen. It's pretty much, I read through the official translation of the final chapter, and then I read through the fan translation. And John Wary consistently ruins the official translations, which is such a shame. It is so much harder to understand, and I feel bad for people that don't know about the fan translations. It really is a shame because the fan translations are they read so much cleaner, so much better. But having read through both of them, I'm happy with how it ended. I'm sad, obviously, because it's over. Gojo didn't come back, which is a shame. I was huffing the copium that he would, but it is what it is. I'm happy that the trio's back together. I'm glad that the goat Hikari lived. I was super excited that he made it out, which is just fantastic. A lot of unanswered questions, but I think that's not a bad thing necessarily. I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen was always a series that was really about the spectacle of everything. There was really good characterizations in a lot of the characters, but Gege never really seemed interested in going super deep on any of the characters, which is totally fine. And that's, I love the manga so much for so many different reasons, and it's because we can get a character like Nanami, who kind of is Itadori's living proof of that. Like, people don't die without regrets, even though Nanami was like kind of the sorcerer that like really didn't have any, minus just leaving stuff for Itadori to pick up the pieces of. But you can have a Nanami character, and then you can just have a Hikari who's just like, yeah, I'm just cool, I'm just here, and there's really not much deeper to him. He's just a really good fighter, and we like watching him fight. So I'm happy with how the series ended. I'm just glad that everyone is really alive that I care about. Minus Gojo, Nanami, Toji, Chozo. You can just keep listing names, but most people made it out. That's what matters. But I'm just thankful. I feel like Sukuna summed it up really well, and I will parrot his words back. But thank you, Gege Akutami. I will remember you as long as I live. And I just feel like that perfectly encapsulates the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen. Now I'm just going to kind of switch to some of the notes that I had taken, and this was from May of last year. So this is when Sukuna vs. Gojo, I think, was happening. It was in the middle of happening. And I just took some like really quick notes, and it's really interesting actually how many of these played out. And I'll put up, a picture of them, maybe in post. I'm very lazy, but it is what it is. So I took note of that Miwa was still in play, and now we know that she was teleported in as just a simple domain countermeasure to Sukuna's domain, which is cool. Kashimo was still in play at that point. My guy was not goated with the sauce. He kind of just got ass blasted, which is fine, you know. Rest in peace, Lightning God. Yorozu giving something to Sukuna, which we now know is that curse tool, the lightning curse tool that dropped out of the glacier that Uraume dropped down for him, which Higuruma ended up confiscating instead of Sukuna's curse technique. I put on here, Nobara is still missing. Might have Sukuna's finger for resonance. Goated. A goated insight by me in May of last year. Let's go. I was dumping into the Kugisaki stocks, waiting for those to pay off because I just didn't want to believe she was gone. So I'm pretty happy that one paid off. Sukuna eating his old mummified self. I mean, that just kind of was to make up for the finger that was missing. Ino had something to say about Nanami to Gojo and Ieri and Ijichi. And it was essentially just him wanting to use Nanami's curse tool, which came back in him fighting Sukuna, which was cool. Yuji can switch bodies now, it seems. So I thought that was just an Itadori thing, but it turns out that that's just a wee thing. That he can, swap people's bodies. And they did that for like training purposes, like for teaching simple domain to Itadori and just training the team to get ready for in case Gojo lost. Yuta had some plans with Inumaki, which we now know is the tape recorder to freeze Sukuna, which I thought was really cool. It's really interesting, like how many of these actually came back. Like I just jotted these down so long ago. It's just so weird to read through them and see how many actually like came to fruition. Higuruma was revealed to be back at the end of chapter 222, and obviously, yeah, he was a huge player in the Sukuna fight. Well, I don't know about huge, but Higuruma's a G. We like that guy. We fucks with him. Shoko said that someone was still healing then also, which, we now know was Kugisaki. Sukuna saying that Yuji is from that time, which we now know is that he, like his dad was his twin that he consumed in the womb. So Sukuna's his uncle. And Unk was mean, man. Damn. That's just rough. And then I just wrote down that Gojo is in Toji's same outfit. Which I thought was kind of interesting. I don't really know if there was any symbology behind Gojo choosing to wear Toji's essentially same fit. I'm sure there could be some like good speculation on that of like, Toji was really the last time that he was challenged in his life. He almost killed him. So, it could be kind of him paying homage to his last like real enemy, kind of recognizing that Sukuna's the next like really big threat to him. That's pretty much it though for the notes. They're just really short. I kind of just wanted to go through those as like a little bit of a retrospective. Just because people say, like Gege just left 1 million plot holes and all this other stuff. And like, I'm sure there's a million plot holes. I don't go into it that deep. Like I'm not deep diving on the Reddit or Twitter because they're just complete cesspools. But it's interesting to read back through this and be like, oh no, a lot of this stuff actually really did pay off. So that was just kind of my little yapathon that I wanted to have. I'm going to Japan in a month, which will be really fun. I'm looking forward to that. My room actually should look different from the last time you guys saw me. I have a beautiful Robert Pattinson as Batman here. The Battinson, as we call him. Got 1 million manga and androids behind me. This may be the backdrop for future videos. I'm not 100% sure. I literally just make stuff as I feel like it. I think I'm gonna make a Kagurabachi video probably, because I've been reading that since the first chapter, and we just crossed over 50, and it has been gas the entire time. People were memeing that series, like for no reason. First chapter, yeah, it's a little edgelordy. That's fine, ain't nothing wrong with that. I was an emo kid growing up. I'm totally cool with all of that. But I'd kind of like to do a Kagurabachi video. I kind of want to do a video on how just god awful Twitter is now. That I just hate scrolling through it. I mean, most social media is just god awful now, but I feel like there's a lot of conversations that can be had around that. But I'd love to hear people's thoughts on the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen. I have no idea what I'm going to title this, when this is going to be out, but this was recorded literally a day after it ended. So whenever you see this and future me editing this, if it's, however many months from now or tonight, we'll know how lazy I am, and we can all laugh together. So thank you for watching, listening. If you're just hearing me have the yapathon in the background, that's totally fine. You get to look at my just absurdly handsome face if you're watching me. God, on that note. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Go for a walk. Walks are great. I'm going to go walk my dogs. All right. Goodbye.